here has ever heard of the Google slap? Well, in the world of internet marketing, that word can make some people cringe. Now, before I tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you what the Google slap does for you, each and every one of you. I'm sure a lot of us here have used Google. Might have been today, might have been yesterday, might have been this last week. What the Google slap does is it ensures that you find what you're looking for and you're happy with the search results. That's the big picture of what it does. Now, what the Google slap is. What is it? What is the Google slap? Does Google actually slap people? Well, essentially, what Google does is if you want to advertise on Google, we'll say, for example, you sell new BMWs. You want to advertise. So if someone types in new BMWs, you want your website to be shown in front of them. Well, the Google slap is a set of qualifications you have to meet just to advertise. It's not enough to say, here, Google, here's my money. They're going to say, wait. Okay, we see your money, but you have to do these things too before we'll take your money. Seems like a strange way to do business. They won't just take your money. Who doesn't just take money? Some of the qualifications that you have to have, one of the major ones is you have to have a website that is relevant. That means if someone types in new BMW, and if you have a website and it doesn't talk anything about BMWs, there's a chance you're going to get slapped. Doesn't matter how much you want to pay, they're not going to let you stick your ads up there. Because if you do a search and you want to find out about new BMWs, and you see a website with nothing on there about new BMWs, you're going to think this is pretty useless. Now, another qualification Google has is your website has to have original information. So that means if you want to advertise for something, you can't just go out and copy what someone else did. You have to have your own unique ideas. And the reason Google does this is because if you're doing a search and you see 5 websites are exactly the same, you're going to get kind of frustrated. Like, oh, I saw this website. I saw this one. I saw this one. So those are a few of the main factors that Google looks at. It's basically making sure when you do a search, you're happy with what you see. There is one more that they do is if you search and you go to a website and you hit come back right away, what does that tell Google that you thought about that website?
Not so great.
Not so great. So you're telling them by you hitting back right away. So they look at how long you stay on that website before you come back to Google. And if you're the advertiser selling new BMWs and 100 people come to your site and 95 of them go back right away, that means they're not seeing what they want. So Google's going to say, it's time for you to get slapped, and we're no longer going to take your money. Now you may be asking, why does Google do this? Why would they refuse money? I have clients that have come to me that Google has turned down tens of thousands of dollars from them. Tens of thousands. They said, no, we don't want your money. The reason they do this is when you do a search on Google, if you see the first 4 or 5 or 6 websites and they're not what you want, do we blame the person who made the website and say, you know what, this isn't a good website. I'm not happy with what I saw. So it's probably the guy who made this or the girl who made this. It's their fault. It's not Google's fault. I'm going to stay on Google. Or do you say, you know what, Google, why are you showing me this stuff? I don't want it. I'm going to go over here to Yahoo. I'm going to go to Bing, and I'm going to see what they have. Well, that's what happens. And if it happens enough, eventually you'll just quit going to Google. And because you remember, well, the last 5 times I searched, I didn't see what I wanted on Google. I had to go to Yahoo. So I'm just going to start my search with Yahoo. So that's why Google would rather tell an advertiser, we don't want your money. Even if you're going to give us millions of dollars, we don't want your money. We want our users to find what they're looking for, and we want them to be happy with what they see more than we want your money. So if you want to advertise, you have to deliver a page that's relevant, that has unique content that people like, and then we'll take your money. And that's why Google is the best search engine out there. Yahoo and Bing, which is MSN, they do it a little bit. They'll try to make sure there's good content, good quality. Google, that's all they want. They want the good content. They want the quality, so you're happy with what you see, so you come back. And that is why Google is one of the best search engines. And my company, Silver Scope Promotion, right now, we're the only ones out there on the internet. If you type in Google slap, fix the Google slap. We're the only ones out there that have a money-back guarantee to fix it. So if a company has been slapped, they can come to us and say, we've had this problem. We were advertising. We were spending $50,000 a month. We woke up one day, nothing. Not a single click, not a single penny has been spent. Our business has been put to a halt. I can come in and I can tell them things to do to make them compliant so they can get back on and get that traffic back in and get that business back in. So now when you hear the word, the Google slap, or the phrase, the Google slap, you'll now know what it means, and you'll also know how it helps you find what you're looking for.
Yep. Okay. Good.
It was 5:59.
Shut down the camera.